Hi Doug, this is Ralph. I just stumbled across that you had done some edits on Harriet, and I am very pleased that you got the birth date and the place of birth and the place of death correct. Instead of harassing you and having you do some things over again, I'm going to make the changes in this video and send you the video just so you can see what I did, and I'll try to explain why I did what I did. First of all, I'm going to go to the edit page because I'm a stickler on keeping paragraphs separate if they're different topics. I like to keep them in separate paragraphs. So the birth and the marriage I'm going to separate. I also noticed that the death date we now have, so we can put it in the same area on the edit page that you put the birth date. Record ID is the wrong way to handle a source. We want the source to come down in the sources area down here. So I'll try to do that the right way. And also, now that we have a source, we can remove our initial thing where I put from a family collection in my possession. Once we have a source, we can remove this. So here we go to the edit page. I'm going to do some things in a skip around basis just because they're easier for me to do it that way. So I'm going to skip down to his death date, and I can highlight that and I can copy it and I can paste it, and so there's his death date, and that's exact. While we're down here, we can do his death place as certain, and those are exact and certain, so we can leave those alone. What I'm going to do is skip down here. I have a tendency not to write too much down if I can find something that's appropriate down here. So changes from the new source. So I'm going to put that and save. I like to do just a couple little things at a time instead of doing a very lot of things, and save them as I go. So now back to the edit page, and over here we've got her marriage is right against the birth, so I'm going to put the cursor there and hit the enter on the keyboard and make a space there. And I'll do one other thing. I'll remove this by highlighting it and hit the delete button on the keyboard, and I'm just going to say minor corrections and save it. And so now we've got 3 different paragraphs. We've got the death date up here now, and we're going to go to FindAGrave and So let's go to FindAGrave up in Sorcerer. And click on FindAGrave. And click on the X, and that's to get rid of the ads. Here we got Harriet. My mouse is continually giving me problems here. Alright, I got it so the tombstone is on the left. Remember, we got to have the tombstone in the middle. You just click on the tombstone and it should pop in the middle. And there it is. So once it's on the middle, we can go back to Sorcerer up here. And when the drop down menu comes, we can either build a narrative with a citation or an inline. I like to do the narrative so you get everything. And then if you don't like something, you can delete it or delete part of it. So I'm going to click on this. It should go in the clipboard. And up here it says save to the clipboard. Once it pops up here and said it's saved, you can go immediately to Harriet, and we can go to her edit page. And normally, like in the past video, I've put it up here and then I've put it down here, and just to make it simple for you, and this time I'm going to make believe that we don't have a birth date on her FindAGrave, so there's no reason to go up here. Also, you've got the birth already recorded with Connecticut births and christening, so it would be redundant. We like to have more than one source, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to put it down the bottom here. So I'm going to click after your 4733 and I'm going to paste it, and it has the ref signs, the ref beginning and ending, the reference thing, so that's good. Notice that your ID ending in 4733 is the same as here. We're going to take yours out because no one can click on where it says record and the ID number. They could take that information and go to FindAGrave and look it up, but we want to make it easy for them. We want them to be able to just click on this citation and go right to FindAGrave. So I'm going to delete where you've got the record and the ID. So I highlight it and hit the delete button. Harriet Whitmore Wright died 26th December 1871. I'm talking to myself here. There's shouldn't be a comma here. And I see Basin Hill is there and Basin Hill is here. So I'm going to put a period here. And I don't like to have redundant things, so Harriet died on if I could spell right, on 26 December 1871. So I'm going to now put the period there. I'm going to get rid of FindAGrave all the way up to where I put the other period, because it's what I carried over from FindAGrave when I got the citation. It's just down below, so we don't need it twice. So I'm going to hit the delete button, and I'm going to hit the delete one more time because I got an extra space there. No, I don't. So I'm going to go back and put the space back in. Now I've got with the death date, so what I normally do in that, so I'm not redundant, I put the period after United States, and I get rid of 26 December because I've got it up here already. So let me highlight that. And we got Harriet Whitmore Wright died on 26 December 1871. Harriet was mentioned in a memorial in Basin Hills Cemetery, East Haddam, Middlesex County, Connecticut, United States. So we got everything in there, nothing's redundant, and we've got our citation with the opening ref and the closing ref. It shows her birth date here, and I just noticed that we still got her born about 1807. I'm going to make that correction while I'm here. So let me just go up here, and was born on 31 August 1808. And well, I'm unhappy with this because I wasn't paying attention, and I've got got some information. Let's see, I got to go up and see her mother and father are not up there. Okay. Well, we got it here, so I don't need it there. I'd like to replace Harriet with Harriet Whitmore in bold. Okay, so I'm going to just delete it, what I had done here, some of it. And I'm going to hit the delete button again to bring it up. there. I don't need Harriet twice. So now we're going to put a comma. Harriet A. Whitmore, daughter of Joseph Whitmore and Electa, was born on 31 August 1808 in East Haddam, Middlesex, Connecticut, United States. Alright, that looks pretty good. Marriage looks pretty good, except it's got no citation yet. We're going to have to work on that. So, some things we're going to work on, and I think you mentioned you wanted to get their parents, so we need to make profiles for Joseph and Electa. We need to get a citation for here, but I think this is enough for this video. So what we're going to go down here and preview it. By hitting the preview button, you'll see what it looks like when it goes to the profile page. It's got our 1 there for a citation, or 2 here for a citation. There's no citation number there, so we know we got to get that sometime. And no rush. As long as we've got 1 citation here and we've got 2, Data Doctor's not going to harass us with saying that you need a source. This profile has no sources, so we have sources now. So we're going to go down and say we added sources and we improved the biography and save it. So let's see what we look like. We've got our dates and places for birth and who the spouse is. We've got one of the child. We've got the death date and place. And we get our biography and sources. So this is the end of this video. I'll send this to you after I put it on YouTube, and it takes a little while for them to get the high definition into it. So probably after I send it, if it doesn't play right, you can just wait a little while and maybe a half hour and try it again. It should play.